tell you who I am. She's continuing to spread and support a narrative she has no proof of. One that, as Teapot pointed out, wasn't even harmful to begin with if you knew the full context. And then I also just want to say to the people saying I'm playing victim or using my sobriety, I've never once said my sobriety is in danger over this, but I do want to be honest here and say when an addict is bullied and harassed and stalked on the internet, relapse is always a risk, and it's not victimhood, it is reality. Nobody's mental health would be okay after being falsely accused of horrific things by someone they once called a friend. And I am no different. I am not sitting up here and I am not saying I am a saint. I am, the epitome, the definition of mental health. And I have made it very clear, if anybody has been listening in lives where I've been with Minty, where I've been with Teapot, where I've told my story of what happened to me other places, I am a very sensitive person. I am an extremely sensitive person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I get close to people too quick. I trust too quick. And I have been burnt so many times in my life over that. And this is just that. This is just that. What happened with Minty is just that. And what worries me most about all of this, and this is going to be the end of my little statement here, is that I was just a viewer. I did get close with Minty. And I did come up here and tell my story a couple of times, but I had no skin in the game of Graceland other than being in their Discord server. I have no reason to be a topic. I have no criminal history. I am a very good person. I do really amazing things for the community that I'm very proud of, that I will not share on here because, unfortunately, people like Summer and people like Minty have made it not safe to share information like that you might be proud of about yourself because of things that can be said. And I just want to say I was mistaken. Whenever I did first come up here, I did say, hi, my name is Heather. And that was not exclusively known information unless you happened to be watching those lives and you remembered my screen name by my name. And I just want to say the malicious tone that was used by multiple creators, including Summer, when they say, oh, Heather, I see you, Heather. Obviously, that is because they think that they have something on me. And that is what doxing is. That is the definition of doxing. And then also, I got a recording from a friend where Summer was saying, oh, this isn't bullying. Give me the definition of bullying. Summer, the definition of bullying, usually there is some kind of a power dynamic where, for instance, someone might have a lot of followers and a lot of friends and a lot of supporters. And then someone might just be a viewer that only has a couple of friends in that community, in that chat to back them up. And you go after them with no way for them to truly defend themselves. And that is a definition of bullying right there. Going after someone with a false narrative without any proof of that narrative being true is bullying. That is bullying. Bullying is something that has to occur more than once. That is one of the definitions of bullying. This has happened over the last week, and it has been time and time and time again where Summer has had my name, my actual name in her mouth, where other people have had my actual name in their mouth. That is what bullying is. And again, this is the end of this, but my fear is that if I'm not off limits, that someone else might not be off limits. And someone else that this could possibly happen to might not be as strong as me, might not have the resources that I do to get the help that I need when something like this happens. They might end up not making it through it. And I will tell you, and I will share this, even though nobody other than who is on panel right now and the few in the chat that I am friendly with deserve to know, no, I have not been well. I have not been well the last few days. I have been struggling profusely because I have built my life on being a good person. I spend every day of my life taking care of disabled dogs. My paralyzed dog can't even pee on his own. I have to pee him 6 and 7 times a day myself. I have to express his bladder. I take care of a one-eyed Frenchie that has heart issues. I also work in a field where I care for people, and that's all I'm going to say, but these people are disabled and these people are in the LGBT community. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But that is me. That is who I am as a person. My name is Heather, and you can use my name. You can use my name freely because that is who I am. That is what I stand by. I stand by being a good person, a very open and honest person. But no, I will never speak to people who do these kinds of things to me ever again. And that is my personal choice. And I just want to say this isn't drama. This isn't your topic. This is someone's real life. I am a real person. These other people are real people too. And I understand when people do bad things, and there needs to be awareness for that. But I do think that some things have gone too far. And I do think that at a certain point, it stops being awareness and it starts being bullying. And I really, really, really am proud and just so, Teapot would be the last person I would ever think would follow through with, not being a part of what Summer is now doing. I love Teapot, and I always loved watching her because of her ability to shut something down in 1 second, her ability to call something out and just be so accurate in everything that she says. And it's really a talent, truly. And, if you can stop it, I think everyone else can stop it. Teapot, I think everyone else can stop it. If you can stop it, I think everyone else can stop it. And I just am really proud to be a follower of yours because you have stood by what you have said through this whole thing. And I am so you're so inspirational because what you have been through in these last, this almost month is just the most horrifying thing. And me just getting even a small taste of how that had to have felt for you, I could not imagine. I would be in the loony bin. And that's all I have to say on this. But again, I am going to reiterate, please don't go after just random people. Please, if you're going to keep the topic of Graceland, keep it at that. But also, even people like Nick, and I hate to say this, and I hate to be this person, deserve some sort of privacy, some sort of care. He puts himself out there. He does. He puts himself out there, and he does that himself. And it's okay to talk about what he puts out there, I think, personally. But me, myself, I don't put my life out there. Other people don't put their life out there like that, and we should not be your topic. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate that.
I do appreciate you coming up and talking. And I know it's hard, and I know, what the hate is like when you get it from the internet and you get it from all sides and stuff, and you just feel like everyone's coming at you. I don't think that you should have ever been a part of any of this or been posted about or anything like that. It just makes no sense, especially by everybody screaming, the whole no bullying stuff and, accountability and all that. I don't think it's right then to continue to go after addicts or people struggling that you know of and then continue to do it, or even make a post about someone that's not even a creator of any sort. So there's no point in making a post. So yeah, I don't agree with it. And I think people will take screenshots and take them out of context. And that's why I said earlier what the context of that was, because it can be misconstrued a lot into something else. And it wasn't a dig at Minty with your comment whatsoever. It was about AZ being the creep he is towards women. And that Minty probably wouldn't be interested in him anyways. So he's really just, wasting his time at that point. So, I mean, that's how I took it. And I just don't think that people should be coming after you or anything like that, because it's just hypocritical to say one thing and then do the other.
Yeah, and it's just really hurtful for me because I really thought that when you guys went up together in those boxes, that was really going to be it, that it was really going to be done. And, I really did think that, I'm just going to say it instead of skipping around it. I really thought that Matthew not being here anymore would be enough for these people to stop. And then I'm sitting here. They know I'm an addict. They know I have poor mental health, and they're coming after me. And they want to sit here. They want to sit here and allow all of these trolls and all of these horrific people to say the most disgusting things about you and sit here and put you on this spotlight of being this. I don't even have words for what has happened to you on this app, and the people that have said things and done things, and Summer and Minty and Dizzy have all sat by and done nothing and allowed these people in their chats. And it's just like, where is the consistency here? Where is it? You're going to put out these inspirational videos. You're going to say one thing and then you're going to do the complete opposite. And I'll just say I'm the wrong one to mess with, because I think they didn't think I was going to say anything. I think they didn't think I was going to defend myself. I think that they thought that they were just these wild coyotes out here and I was a little rabbit that they were going to kick around. But that's not me. That's not me. I am a very nice person. I am a very soft-spoken person usually. I am usually not a confrontational person. And I think that a few people knew that about me and thought that nothing would be said and thought that I could just be a little fun little thing for them to mess around with. That's not the case. I have stood before a lot of really not good people in my life and people who have done much worse to me, and I have stood up for myself, and I will continue doing so. And I'm really sorry that this has happened to you as well, Teapot. And I'm with you, and I know that a lot of other people are with you, and I just really hope that a lot of people will see the truth and they won't involve themselves in toxicity anymore, because, you know, I don't see how it's fun. I don't see how that's fun. Like, I know that, like, you know, making fun of Nick sometimes and like different things can, you know, be entertaining to a degree, but then, you know, the places that these people go with things, you know, I released a 20-minute long, I know it was long, video.
You gotta draw a line. Look, you gotta draw a line, right? I mean, there has to be a line where it stops.
Yeah, and I poured my heart out, and
Right.
Summer and multiple other people made fun of me for pouring my heart out.
Oh,
And-
see, don't start with me with Summer. Jesus.
Yeah, well, it just has to stop. It has to stop, and I don't know when it will stop and what will be enough for them. I don't know what will be enough for them. I don't know what will be enough for them. I don't know what they wanted from this. I don't know what will be enough for them. But I hope if they end up getting a recording of this, just end it. Just stop. Just stop. If you want to talk about Graceland, you want to talk about people that have actually done really bad things, go ahead. Go right ahead. But honestly, be really careful about that too, because you know what? I think all addicts deserve some kind of empathy. Even the ones that have done really horrific things. No, I will never be personal friends with Nick because of what I know he has done to animals and people. But I'm also not going to sit and poke him to the point where he's not here anymore. And I think a lot of these people don't think about it that way. They think about what's going to get them views. They think about what's going to get them clicks. And they really get off on, you know, being queens and kings of social media. And, you know.
Real quick, you're totally right. Like, we do need to move on because this shit is, like, toxic. Like, it just keeps going forever. You know what I'm saying?
And it's played out. It's honestly played out. Like, like, Nick is trying to do better with his life now. He's saying, hopefully that's true. You know, if we did this for every bad human on this earth, can you imagine? I know that there's people much worse than Nick out there that we could be talking about and doing this about. And I know, you know, he has done some really horrible things. And I do think that to a certain degree, he can redeem himself and he can do better for himself and he can never hurt another person or animal again. And I really hope that that's the case. But I don't think that getting on this app and other apps and saying things about him will be conducive for the recovery he needs and the mental health state he needs to make that happen for himself. So anyways, that's all I have to say on that. And I'm going to hop down, but I just want to say, Teapot, I am so thankful for you. And I really do care about you as a even like to a friend level. Like, I consider you to be a friend, and I really just appreciate you for giving me this little platform that I wouldn't have had myself. And I think it just really shows who the good people are here.
Oh, thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And I like that you come in here and that you feel good when you come in here and that you're able to talk. And I do appreciate you coming up and stuff. Like, and all the nice things that you said about me tonight. I do appreciate that as well.
Yeah, look, I know you don't know me, Sonny, but thank you. I appreciate you coming here, being real, not doing like fake account stuff, just coming in and being you. We all appreciate that.
Thank you, Gremlin.
No problem.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop down. You guys have fun up here. I'm going to stay down for a little while down here. But anyways, I
get Regina in the box. Regina,
need to get back to the true crime and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah.
I've really been enjoying that, by the way. Like, I used to not be really like a true crime person, but I've been looking into a lot of stuff myself too, and it's definitely a good like thing to do with time, recommend it to other people.
I enjoy it. Like, when we do it, I really enjoy it. We'll definitely get back to it.
Yeah, it's fun. And anyways, I'm sorry this happened. I know you wanted to keep this like a drama-free area, and I don't think this was drama. It was just truth. It was just truth, and it was my opinion. And
your opinion, right?
Yep. And thank you for letting me say it. All right, bye. I'll be down. I'll be down below.
See you later, Sonny. Have a good night. See, chat. Now there we go. See? And that's not shit talking, chat. That's just regular stuff. That's everyone can have their own opinion on things without it being a come for everybody shit show. Oh, probably. But that's okay. We're used to it now, so we're used to it. We're used to it.
Are we getting Regina in the box or no?
Oh, fuck. Do you know the risk I'm taking by having you and Regina in the same box? You say that, mullet. You say that, mullet.
Oh, God. You know what? Never mind.
You say that, mullet.